If you're looking to engage and influence those niche HCPs like spine surgeons, well, hey, this video is for you. And I'm going to unpack specifically a digital tactic that we collaborate with our clients on when we're leveraging billing codes and then also national provider identifiers, otherwise known as NPI, which you're probably familiar with. So let's get into it right away. Specifically, what we're doing is we're doing some digital advertising when it comes to a variety of different HCPs. And as long as you have an NPI number, well, we can leverage that data, help bridge the gap to be able to reach those niche HCPs online. And specifically for this HCP audience, we're looking to influence, educate spine surgeons. Currently, we have a database of about 2,000 specific spine surgeons, and we work with a variety of different data partners. And if you already have a list specifically of spine surgeons that are already customers, well, hey, we can scrub that list, remove those. So now you have a truly an acquisition list, because that's what this is about. It's about creating that awareness, creating the education, but then also creating a report, a lead generation report that you can share with your sales team, your VP of sales. And I'm going to share in a moment how we can actually do that. But let's talk about the targeting and how we're helping bridge that gap to be able to reach, well, these spine surgeons digitally online. And again, the way it works, it always starts with the data. So we have to leverage that data. It's either can be NPI numbers, it can be ICD-10 codes, CPT codes. We take that information and we're able to serve a message specifically about your solution, distribute this across brand sites. So think of it as like brand messaging, but then also on lifestyle sites. So sports, news, weather, finance, travel. Think about your normal media consumption, right? You're hopping across a variety of different interests. That's where we're able to target specifically those spine surgeons as they navigate. And as I was mentioning, we're leveraging third-party NPI data, billing codes, ICD-10 codes. And the great thing about this targeting, well, it's cross-device. Most people use about 3 to 4 different devices right throughout the day. I have 3 typically. So mobile, laptop, tablet. And then again, it's required, right? You guys know NPI numbers are required by HIPAA. All HCPs must be using for really its admin and financial transactions. And again, covered HCPs, all health plans and healthcare providers must use these NPIs. And it's pretty interesting. This database, you can actually download yourself, and a lot of clients that we work with have this database too, but they don't have the technology, they don't have the right partners to be able to leverage this information and specifically be able to reach those spine surgeons digitally online as they navigate their personal consumption of media. And I'm going to get into it and share you what the secret sauce is right now. So if we're trying to reach that spine surgeon as they visit a website that uses their email address, right? I know it's a super creepy tactic, but as marketers, right, we're all kind of creepers. And specifically around once they log in, that logged in experience using their email address, let's say it's a shopping cart experience. One of the ways we're able to do this, and we cannot provide, unfortunately, the email address for those spine surgeons just because of privacy, but we're leveraging that information to know they're online. One of the ways that we're doing that is through one of our data partners is a healthcare recruitment company. So they have thousands and thousands of these specifically spine surgeons in this case, but we can also reach oncologists, pathologists, basically, again, any HCP that has that NPI number. And once they go online, well, we start tracking them. Again, we're creepers, right? But they go through, again, their normal media consumption, just like you and I would: news, sports, weather, finance, travel, lifestyle sites. And then we're going to show them specifically your ad to be able to either educate, influence them, top of the funnel awareness, right? But ultimately what we want to be able to do is create that top of the funnel awareness, but then drive them back to your landing page, your product page, your solution page, your website, obviously, in general. Drive that traffic there. Once we drive that traffic there, we want to be able to create a retargeting program. We've all seen this. We've all been a part of these retargeting programs, but it's a great way to create multiple touches right throughout the campaign. Again, we're driving website traffic, we're driving lead gen, and I'm going to get it to a moment here in the next few slides to talk about how they don't need to fill out any type of form, right, to get that information. Because again, we're starting with that information in the very front when we launch these campaigns. We know not only the NPI numbers, but we know the physician's name, location, those sorts of things. We can target them if there's a hospital affiliation, what their specialty is. And obviously in this case, we're reaching spine surgeons, but through some other HCPs that we can reach some other subspecialties, but it's fairly straightforward for spine surgeons. And again, the retargeting works very effectively because most people digitally don't convert on the first time they visit your website, right? It's a very small percentage, only about 3% convert, right? So that 97% of audience that leaves your site, well, you want to reinforce what you're doing, re-engage them, retarget them. The great thing about this is that first touch, that first ad that they see online across those different lifestyle sites, that's a great introduction to your solution. Most of the time, we're creating a second set of ads, right? That's a different message, that's a little bit deeper in the sales funnel, the buyer's journey, right? Because you're trying to educate, influence, and potentially convert this audience. So you want to move them digitally through your buyer's journey. Well, this is a great way to do it. Again, the first message before they get to your website would be high level. You're encouraging them, right? You want to educate them. Usually it's some sort of downloadable piece of information. Maybe it's a short video. Maybe it's a KOL video talking about your solution. And then the second set of information is a little bit deeper in the funnel. But the great thing about this type of targeting is we can get very specific and share a report with you either every week or every month that showcases specifically which HCPs are the most engaged, right? Which specific spine surgeons in this case have visited your website without filling out a form. So once they click on that ad, we've got the data that we can share. We can send it to you in a spreadsheet format. Clients like it like that, so they can upload to either salesforce.com, whatever CRM they're using, distribute those leads based on outside sales teams, inside sales teams, or they can just give it to the VP of sales and then have him disseminate. But ultimately, it comes down to what's that number of people we're trying to target. And again, in this case, we're trying to target spine surgeons. So we're going to be able to send over a report similar to this up on the screen that says, hey, here are the HCP level engagement data. Here's the impressions, here's the conversions, here's the clicks. And then also specifically, again, we can deliver this report however you want it in a spreadsheet format, or we can send it to you. Obviously, and then you can upload it to salesforce.com or whatever CRM you're using. But this is the type of granular data. So most clients feel like this is a lead gen opportunity, and it definitely is because you know specifically which HCPs saw your ad, clicked on your ad, and actually went to your website. So it's great information to provide to your sales team. Really, that's the end of how we can share the data. There's also a different way where we can actually give you access to a dashboard in the background. Most people want to just see, hey, what's specifically the number of leads that we're generating, meaning the number of clicks to the website. But we also can show you a variety of different ad sizes, reports for that, number of impressions, clicks, those sorts of metrics as well. So basically being able to leverage this sort of information is very targeted. It's one-to-one, it's super precise. So as you go through your 2024 planning, let's say for NAS, and you're trying to figure out some different ways to target, influence spine surgeons before NAS, well, this is a great way to warm up that audience because essentially you can warm them up, like 4 months ahead of time, 5 months ahead of time, get those campaigns running. And then all of a sudden you've got that lead list that your sales team is following up with. So it's a great way to digitally engage those spine surgeons digitally. So as you plan out your initiatives for next year, I hope this has been helpful. Bye for now.